Hello everybody, welcome to CFC Fan TV. It's Monday morning, so hello to you all. It might be afternoon depending on where you're watching this from. But yeah, I'm super tired and what a long weekend we had. Before I get into the whole Costa situation, I'll just recap on the game on Saturday. It definitely wasn't the dream opening. Burnley at home should be, it should be a great fixture for us and a great opportunity for us to start the season on a high with a win, and mainly, well, should have had a clean sheet as well, in my opinion. And it wasn't to be. I think going 10 men down at the start of the first half is crucial for how the game plays out. However, I didn't expect us to be 3-0 down by half time. And I think that's something that Conte and the players need to work on. Just because you go 10 men down doesn't mean the game is over. I remember the days where we, for instance, we won 4-1 against Swansea all those years ago. I think Torres got sent off in the first half and we ended up winning that game 4-1. So I don't think it's obviously it's a game changer, but it's what you want to make of it in the end, and you need to come out fighting and ultimately get the win. We were at home, that was in our favour, so it's a shame that worked out, and I think it's just mentally they weren't prepared for that, and I think we probably expected to get the win. Of course, we don't have Hazard, we don't have Pedro, we don't have Moses. They're all great losses, but I would have expected us to do better. Why Morata didn't start, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't confident after what he saw at Wembley, I've got no idea. But when he came on, he really seemed like he was going to be potentially one of the best strikers of the season. So yeah, it's disappointing, and hopefully we pull it back. We've got a huge game against Tottenham on Sunday. I'm going, so look out for the matchday vlog. For that, Charlie's going to be in the studio. Tomorrow we're going to film some videos then, so look out for those. And yeah, we're not going to be able to perform like we did on Saturday against Spurs. We haven't had the best run against them. However, at Wembley, new stadium for them, maybe things will be different. So yeah, I would say actually the second half we did try super hard to get back into the game. Great goals from Morata, a great goal from Luiz, but it was just too late by then. I think if you are that mentally unprepared in the first half, it's too much to climb back from. Anyway, on to more important news. I don't know if you all saw, I spoke to Charlie yesterday, I spoke to him this morning. Diego Costa has done an interview with the MailOnline. Is it a tell-all? I suppose it's a more or less. He's giving his side of the story of what's happened. As we all know, earlier on in the summer, he was sent a text message from Conte basically saying that he wasn't in his plans, but a message that he's refusing to delete. The way this has all been handled, I think, is so... it's a real shame. It's super upsetting. He's won 2 Premier League titles with us. He's been a main reason why we've won those titles. He's been such a good striker. At times, I think his attitude's been questioned. I don't think that can be debated. But I think himself even knows that had to change. And actually, last season I saw that. I saw, fire and hunger in him, but I didn't see any aggression that would lead to as many red cards or yellow cards as what he used to get. Just to quote a few things that he said in the MailOnline. In January, things happened with the coach. I was on the brink of renewing my contract and they put the brakes on it. I suspect the manager was behind it. He asked for that to happen. His ideas are very fixed and clear. I have seen the sort of person he is. He has his own opinion and that will not change. I respect him as a great coach. He has done a good job and I can see that, but as a person, no. He is not a coach who is very close with his players. He is very distant. He doesn't process charisma. Quite strong words from him there. I don't really know what to make of it. Look, listen, I'm never going to bash our manager. What Conte did for us last season was not only unexpected, but a huge achievement for him and the team, considering our season before that. He goes on to talk about Mourinho's texted him and told him that he hopes he's okay, and that he's somewhat getting by. Costa seems to think that he'll see out the remainder of his contract unpaid because he's refusing to play with the reserves. I don't blame him for refusing to play with the reserves. A player of his calibre is not going to want to do that, unfortunately. But yeah, I think he openly admits that his attitude hasn't been the best at times. He says that, we all remember that game against Leicester when it was made out that he had a back problem. He says absolutely not, that was as punishment for the way I've been behaving. or the manager's decision to drop him for that game when he obviously said it was because of an injury. So yeah, I think there's all sorts of things that go on behind the scenes. I don't think Costa's completely innocent. I think there are certain lines you just cannot cross with a manager. What's gone on, we obviously don't know, but it's obviously gone super sour. However, I don't think after a player's won 2 Premier League titles with you and dedicated as much, well, he, to me, showed quite a lot of commitment to us. I know there's always a lot of rumours, but he didn't want to go. He's openly said, you know, I didn't want to leave, but when the manager doesn't want you to be there, you have to go. So the way it's all been handled, and to send him a text message like that, I think that was super harsh, and it's just not been dealt with in the right way, and it's a shame because I would never have wanted, even if I thought it was a good idea for Costa to move on and for us to have a little bit more consistency or whatever, I still would never have wanted him to leave Chelsea on these grounds and in this way. I don't think that's a respectful thing to do, and I think that it sort of discredits the good that he's done for our club over the last few years. So yeah, comment below, let me know your thoughts. What do you think of this all? Look on the MailOnline, the full article's on there. You can judge for yourself. But yeah, it's I suppose it's a sad video, isn't it? It's not the way I wanted things to end, and hopefully the whole situation is resolved really soon so that ultimately we can move on as a club and Costa can get back to playing football, which is obviously what he really wants to do and loves to do.